Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Unity of Command 2, a new turn-based strategy game out by 2x2 Games, which allows you to play through the campaigns of Western Europe as the Allied powers on the drive to destroying Nazi Germany. The game allows you to play as the Axis in the individual scenarios, but the campaign at the moment is only Allied. My understanding is they probably will add an Axis campaign via DLC at some point. They did have an Axis campaign with DLC, I believe it was DLC, in Unity of Command 1, which was focused on the Eastern Front. This game is focused on the Western Front. Now, we are a good deal into this campaign. We have fought 2 missions in North Africa. We fought a mission on Sicily and then 5 in Italy. We've also fought 3 missions in northern France. We have taken Paris. We are driving eastward in an effort to get to Germany before the Soviets. You can see the red line over here is slowly advancing to the west. It is the summer of 1944. It is August, I believe it is. And we now have 2 new theaters, well, not new, but we have 2 theaters of operations currently active. One is in Northern Europe, with the upcoming missions of the Advanced Antwerp, Market Garden, the Race Across France, and also Operation Dragoon, which is the invasion of southern France. And then we have the Mediterranean campaign, which is continuing with just a single battle, the Battle for the Gothic Line. The Battle for the Gothic Line takes place on August 25th of 1944. Advanced Antwerp is also the 25th. Race Across France is the 28th. Market Gardens is September. And Dragoon is August 15th. So that's probably the next one that we would fight is Dragoon. We were just in the middle of a conference, but I just raced through that. So it looks like the game allows us to choose 2 options. We can either fight the Advanced Antwerp, or we can fight Dragoon. We can also choose to fight the Gothic Line, which Italy, for whatever reason, has become kind of my favorite camp or theater in this game. And so we're going to do the Gothic Line here, our one Italian scenario. German forces have fallen back to the Apennines, their last viable line of defense in Italy. The Gothic Line promises to be the most formidable obstacle yet faced by the Allies in the Mediterranean theater. Difficulties are further compounded by the short siphoning of troops to the ongoing campaign in France. One other thing real quick before we jump in. The developer did jump in on one of my videos, and they did mention that there are different spots in the campaign where things can develop differently. So we went up the line of the campaign here to fight Volturno Line, Monte Cassino, 4th Casino, and then Roads to Rome. Apparently, because I was playing a beta version of the game, and I may still be, although the game came out today, the game, if you do take some of those secondary objectives, it can give you the option to fight like either I don't know exactly, but the developer indicated like you would either skip ahead to Roads from Rome or something like that, or you would have like an alternate scenario. So there are other opportunities that come with the full version of the game. Again, I didn't have the full version when we were playing earlier because it was pre-release. Game did come out today, but I also don't want to just abandon this campaign that we're like 11 episodes into. So we'll continue with this, just acknowledging that there may be some slight differences between what you're seeing here and the production version of the game. So we're going to fight the Battle of the Gothic Line, and we are going to jump in. Nice! Glad it's working for you, Sir Moosejaw. I'm thinking tomorrow we'll stream some Command Modern Operations, and then probably also Thursday. Although we'll probably mix in some War in the Pacific on Thursday, too. Command Modern Operations comes out the 14th. There's definitely been an update here because it's giving me map controls, which weren't there before. The Gothic... I can't close those till I read through this, so we'll read through this first. Hey, Mad Max 117. Welcome to the stream. Gothic Line, Scenario Briefing, AFHQ. This is it, Commander, your last great obstacle before the Alps. Our enemy has fortified the Apennine mountain range named the Gothic Line. Your orders are to break through the defenses along the coast and through the central Apennine passes. If you're unable to exploit these gains before autumn sets in, we will most likely be stuck here for the foreseeable future. The following units have been reconstituted by AFHQ after being destroyed in battle: the 34th U.S. ID, 1st British Armored, and 6th South African Armored. Okay, so we have 2 objectives, the Apennine Pass and Rimini. So Apennine Pass is right here. Rimini is over here on the right flank. Our troops are kind of spread out here all along the front. We have relatively weakened troops, I feel like. We also have secondary objectives to take Monte Cassino, which is right here by turn number 5. Take the Albatone Pass by turn number 9 over here. Take Ravenna by turn number 9, which is up here. the old imperial city, and La Spezia by turn number 9, which is over here on the left flank. So basically, they want us to break through in less than 9 turns and take some of these objectives. We have 11 turns total to take the 2 key objectives. I don't have any prestige, really, to spend on reinforcements here. So it doesn't look like the pre-battle phase is going to be super interesting. Although, some of our units do have steps that are... I don't understand why, like, a unit would have a step that's not deployed at the start of the battle, but they'd be, like, in reserve. That seems a little bit weird to me. It's like, oh, these guys are at headquarters. Okay. Why don't you let me use them? And if I do have to pick, like, USA steps, like, why... I don't understand where it's drawing from either, because... the game doesn't just let me say, like, oh, these are Americans, so you have 8 American steps to deploy. No, it seems like different American units have different access to different reinforcements, which I don't quite understand. But some of those things the game could probably do a better job of explaining. Our armor looks like it's kind of maxed out. No steps available for any of our armor reserves. Our infantry, we got a fair amount of reserves there. This is an armored unit with a single tank. Okay, good. There's 2 New Zealand steps we can call on. At least we can bring them up to level 3 tanks. I'm not going to spend any of my, like, special prestige stuff this one, because my main view is the Italian campaign should be an option to get prestige to use in the North American or Western European campaign. Is kind of my thought. All right, so what's this? I can't really tell what that is. Those are like, oh, they look like broken roads, but there's no actual roadway across the river. That's weird. All right. Okay, so that's going to do it for the pre-battle phase. Going to try and go without using any of our... okay, don't show the tips. I'm going to try and win this battle without any cards that we would use here, like 5/17th Para or American Amphibious or anything like that. I want to save those for Western Europe. Okay, so we have 2 air strikes that we can use. We also have some recon we can use. I think the goal here on the left flank should be to try and break through here. So let's try and bombard these guys. Oh, they're a rear guard, so we actually already broke through. So we'll advance here. We'll go ahead and bombard these guys. They'll also rear guard, and they'll breach and be driven back. So we did drive them back. We're going to go ahead and bomb them. Should hurt their suppress. We'll go ahead and attack. And we'll cross the river. Okay, so now what we're going to need to do with this headquarters unit is repair some of these bridges. So we've got troops across the river. We should probably repair the bridges to make sure that we're giving them supply. They should have supply next turn for the most part. Okay, it looks like these guys on the left won't, but everybody else should. Okay, repairing the bridge should also give us a better advance on Remy, so that's a good start, I think. We can advance this armor here a little bit closer to the front. I'm going to advance this infantry over here. I mean, we're really going to try and stack up on the right flank here where these roads are. I guess we'll also move some of these troops over here to the left flank, now that we've already broken through over here. Okay, those guys should all be in supply. I finally learned to use the space bar to get a little bit extra movement from units that don't attack. Okay, so that's the right flank. Meanwhile, the left, I don't know why these guys would... Why are they there? They've got 1 health. What do you possibly hope to accomplish? I don't know. All right, let's try and bombard these guys. They are rear guard, so they're going to fall back. We'll move the armor up here. We'll attack them. 2 KIA. Very nice. And it drove them back. So this armor, I don't like the idea of advancing really weak armor like that. But, like, what else can they do? So we can advance this infantry this way. We'll go ahead and bombard these guys. It seems like most of the German troops are actually rearguard troops, which seems a little bit odd to me. Right, so they bombarded. Just gonna move these guys up. They can't actually do much on the offensive. Interesting. So I guess we'll take the casualty for our tank. Why is it 3-0? Is it because they're crossing the river? Is that it? Alright, let's hit these guys. No damage, okay. Nice. A feint there. Gets our armor across the river. I guess I'll take the casualties. I don't really want to. Meanwhile, the U.S. Fifth Army on the left. I don't quite understand why the army itself would have artillery reserves. In any event, we drove back the enemy infantry there. We'll see if their armor comes up and counterattacks the South African armor. I kind of expect it. The enemy's getting an infantry division and reinforcements, and we're getting nothing. So, hey, Red Robin. Hope you're doing well tonight. Captain Flack also. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump forward to the next turn. That'll be the end of the first turn. German armor! Tanks! Mech! Overrun! Bye-bye, South African. They don't take the prisoners, though, interestingly enough. So that's weird. They leave our beachhead, and they pull back. Okay. Alright, let's bombard these guys. Wow, 4 support damage. Then our infantry can attack them. Do devastating damage, or other troops can cross. These guys can advance. Moving toward the Albatorn Pass. Okay. Maybe we feint attack these guys to drive their suppression down. Swing these guys over on the flank. Drive them back. Move our armor up on that flank. There must be a bridge destroyed here or something, right? Yep. Alright. Meanwhile, do we have any troops left who can bombard these guys? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we're making progress toward the pass. We have till 5 turns to take the this objective here, so we're on turn 2. So we still have a little bit of time there. Meanwhile, we do have a little bit of disruption here with our troops facing this armor. Alright, can any of these guys come up and help? So let's actually pull these guys back. Swing this armor up over here on the flank. Then let's try and use some artillery here to bombard these guys. That'll take out a good deal of their firepower. Then our armor can attack, overrun. These guys can bombard here. That'll hurt their suppression. Then this infantry can attack. One. These troops back, attack there, and destroy them. Then the armor can swing up. And we can prepare for the next attack against Remy. on the next turn. Meanwhile, this armor's going to swing wide left. I don't see any reason to leave a whole bunch of troops here. I mean, we can leave like one unit along the roadway. Just to make sure that we're not... Just to make sure that we're not leaving our supply lines flank open or anything like that. Meanwhile, we've got 2 air attacks left, so we could either attack these infantry here to our front. Actually, these German troops on the right flank have no supply. But I think we'll hit the mechanized troops in the front. Do a little bit of damage to their support, but probably not enough to spur an attack of any kind. Alright. Someone brought something interesting up on one of my previous videos. They mentioned, why don't you bomb supply depots? It could be wrong. I don't think you can bomb supply depots, but I guess we could try that. Alright, another mechanized counterattack. Again, 3 KIA. Wow. That is... Their mechanized troops have been pretty effective against us, although they're very much using hit-and-run tactics. Alright, so we took 3 to 1. Pull these guys back. We're going to leapfrog here. Let's do the 1-to-1 attack here. I'll gladly take that. These guys will move in there, take prisoners, another 1-to-1 attack. The armor can swing in here behind Monte Cassino. Okay. Do any of these guys have bombardment attack? They've got support attack, or they can feint an attack. Nice. Okay. That should even things out a bit. Nice. There we go. We got him. All right, we destroyed that unit, which should help. I know some people have been saying, like, don't, you know, just attack just for the sake of destroying enemy units. Make sure that you're, like, actually accomplishing something. And I think we just did, because even though we were attacking to destroy, we were also expanding the reach of our supplies and kind of pushing the enemy out a little bit. So I think there's value in that. All right, so we're widening our beachhead. The Monte Pass, we have till the 5th turn. We're now adjacent of the Hex, so that should give us a chance to reduce it. Meanwhile, we're now bordering the province right before Rimy. Okay, we just used artillery to bombard there. Kind of tempted. What can I do here? Rear guard. No retreat. I'm going to launch an infantry attack there. It failed spectacularly. But I'm going to bring up these reserves and attack again. Nothing. Okay. That was obviously ill-advised. I was hoping that we'd wear him down or something. Okay, well that was stupid. Just got 2 of my better infantry units just nearly obliterated. Alright, well that was dumb. Alright, well, meanwhile, we'll continue the attack on the Gothic line. Moving on to turn number 3. The Butcher slaughtering his men in Italian mountain passes. That doesn't quite have the same ring. Meanwhile, their mechanized troops just advance along the flank. They may have just cut off our supply of our advance. I'm not quite sure. Yep. Well, the good thing is they're in the open. I can hit them with air. And it'll do nothing. Good to know. Well, our armor can attack him at least. And get shot to pieces. And then we'll pursue. And we'll overrun. Then we'll swing in behind the enemy rear and we'll destroy him! Booyah! Bag them prisoners. Alright. So that was a good result. None of these troops have artillery? Really? Well, that's good. Part of me wants to advance these guys, but they've been out of supply for 2 turns. So that may not be super wise. How are we supposed to wear them down if we can't use artillery? Okay. Alright, let's see here. Do we need to expand the supply lines? Yes. Alright. Bombard these guys. We can bombard them twice. How am I supposed to break through these guys? I don't know what I'm supposed to do over here. Obviously, I don't want to just launch frontal assaults. That's going to fail. Does set piece actually remove entrenchments? I guess we can try that. On our next turn. We can't try it this turn. We have till turn 8 to take Remy, so... Alright, we're gonna make an effort to reduce Monte. I think Monte's right here. Oh, god damn it! I didn't mean to click that button! It's too easy to accidentally get yourself destroyed. Like, ah! Alright, let's go to the next turn. Alright, so the mechanized troops there on the left actually just pulled back. Interesting. That might actually... So they pulled back behind that river. Which then lets me... I can't rebuild that bridge? What do you mean I can't rebuild that bridge? Hey, J Street. How you doing tonight? Artillery does nothing, and I don't have... I mean, this is the objective, and we're trying to take it by this turn, so I guess we're just going to go all out. Try and bombard them. Alright, so that attack worked to our favor. Now the armor can... There we go! The victory is ours at Monte Pisano. Meanwhile, we'll continue the drive in the north. And we just took the Abaton Pass, which is another secondary objective. More prestige. Set piece attacks for someone. Alright, so that armor can move in there, take those supply depots. Alright. We'll break through hopefully in the north. And then also drive west toward La Spezia. We've got a little bit of time on that. So we've successfully broken through on the left, taken 2 of the secondary objectives. The Apennine Pass is... Where is that, actually? Oh, it's right here. And I'm not committing any troops to the actual objective. Well. Alright, so... I suppose these are the only ones who can do... Let's try a set piece attack. So we breached them, so that's good. But now I can't actually bombard them. I got that unit just obliterated. Yeah, like I really don't... Set piece attack did not get rid of the entrenchment on that guy. But hey, maybe it'll be easier next turn. Alright, we'll swing troops to the west to the Apennine Pass. In the next turn, or to the east, one or the other. But we'll have to move forward to turn number 6. Oh, we have a reward of a B-26 bomber. Well, how am I supposed to take it? How am I supposed to take the reward? I don't know what I just did. Holy hell, they just broke into our rear. What the fuck? Hey AI, I know that's a tricky thing because you destroy our supply depot, but on the other hand, it seems really stupid to do that. It's like, yeah, okay, congratulations. We just captured your supply now. But thanks. Now we just took Bologna. We're in your rear. Good luck. We'll swing these troops east. Alright, so we're going to swing these troops east to guard against further Germans doing what they're doing now. Meanwhile, we just took one of their depots here in the center, and we also took Bologna. So we're moving troops in behind toward the rear of the objective. This bridge is destroyed. Why didn't you repair it? Alright, that armor is going to move this way. Meanwhile, the troops on the right flank still have supply. So we took rid of their retrenchments. Will that make the bombardments more effective? I guess a little. So there we can go start attacking there. I'm doing. Alright, so we're moving these tanks west to confront with this German breakthrough. We've moved some troops on our own. These tanks may get destroyed, but whatever. The Germans themselves are cut off. I don't want to place another supply depot until we actually know what to do here. Alright, so they just destroyed that armor, which is honestly okay. It was so weak, it's probably better off just used as bait anyway, which is what we did. Meanwhile, these tanks coming west. Those Germans are cut off. I really need a new supply depot, so I think we're just going to have to put one in here. We'll have to put one here. Really? That won't actually get anything? So what if we do... Alright. Meanwhile, these troops are going to fall back to actually support the depot so that it's not easy for the enemy to take. Our troops, which are in the rear of the enemy here, are going to advance. So we've now cut these Germans off from their supply. Granted, we have no supply line moving north here. But our troops are continuing to take the enemy supply depots, so as long as we do that, we haven't been out of supply at all. So we've done that. These guys... So it cost me... Elite reserves cost me prestige, even though I just... Even though I use that card to unlock elite reinforcements? I don't quite understand that. It just gives me the option to have elite reinforcements? Huh. Okay. Alright, so bombard those troops. I think we'll bomb these guys. 2 KIA. That's a pretty effective bombardment. And then 1 support. So then we can attack and quite easily drive back. Then we'll cross the river. And we'll go for Remy next turn, which will be turn number 8, which is right when we need to do it. Shock attack against these guys. We breach their front. Okay. So we should be able to extend our breakthrough next turn, I think. Hopefully we can attack here, then fall back. I don't really want to shock attack Remy itself. Shock attack! Alright. Meanwhile, if I could use trucks to supply any of these troops, I would, but it doesn't look like I can. I don't know if how beat up my army is, or if they're just lacking supply. I like to think my troops are motivated. I don't know what the number here means. Is this like an estimate on what you'll do to an enemy? I'm not really sure. Alright, so this armor, these troops are going to advance here to close that gap. This armor will advance, and it says 0 to 3, so we'll do that. We just destroyed that enemy unit here, so these guys should, I don't know, their exclamation should hopefully go away. Meanwhile, in the next couple of turns, we can start attacking the Apennine Pass, because we won't have to worry about supply. Well, we will, but... So I think now that we attacked with the suppression, let's go ahead and bomb Remy. The armor can attack 1-to-1. Do that. This infantry can... Oh no, don't do that. Those apparently don't have as good of attack rates. These guys can attack 1-to-1, and we drove them out! So we just took Rimy, and we got supply from the Germans. So we've taken Rimy, the objective there. Eek, these guys are going to starve. Okay, so I think we should be able to attack up toward Ravenna. And maybe even take it by turn 9. Maybe not. We'll find out. Alright. I'm gonna drive these guys around the enemy flank. We'll see if it works. We should have a lot more supply next turn. We can expand the... Oh, the command points. So the numbers represent the command points of using that ability. Okay. Rip to the 10th, to that Indian division, which just got killed. Oh, come on. I can't even move him back? Spider-Man Spooty, thank you for the... Or Spooderman Spooty, thanks for the follow. Great name, by the way. Can we bomb these guys? I can't... There's no room to maneuver! Ugh. Alright, these Germans are completely out of supply. Granted, so are our troops. 2 KA and breached. Be real great to be able to bring supply to these guys. Any way to get supply anywhere up here? What about, so we've got 3 depots here. So I can get it to Bologna. I can fall my tanks back to Bologna. They may swing their armor in here to... I think they'll still be cut off, even if they go that way. Maybe not. Okay. Alright, so we've got one more air attack left. Trying to swing west. He may have supply next turn as well. We'll see. But we can't break these German mechanized troops. We can't do it. We don't really need to, though. We just need to take the Apennine Pass, which is over here. We've taken the other objectives. That's the important thing. So, again, I could go aggressive, but the main point for this battle is to try and get as much prestige as we could. Yeah, there's no room to maneuver. Welcome to Italy. Very true, my sir. Very true. Be interesting to see if their armor moves west to cut my own troops off. They didn't. That's a surprise. Objective failed. Alright, so this armor got more supply when it falled back to Bologna. And so... Attack 1, fall back there. Attack 2, corner and breach. Attack 3, finish off and destroy. Yes! Oh. We can't actually move there. The enemy blocks our path, and we can't use the spacebar function if you're going to take an enemy position. So those guys are going to be completely without supply. This division's going to go away. Alright. So we'll have to wait one more turn to take the last objective, which is fine, because we have the time to do it. We just won't win a massive victory, if you will. Just have to make sure we don't lose Remy. Alright. Okay. So meanwhile, we've got 2 aerial attacks. I think we'll go after this German armor here. They're the real threat, I think. So we succeeded in heavily damaging them. I don't have any option to do anything to help those troops who are cut off. So the troops near Bologna will rip F to pay respects. Although it'd be hilarious if they got KA'd. Never mind. I was gonna say it'd be hilarious if they got driven into supply, right? Like if they got counterattacked to fall back into supply. That would be hilarious. But they didn't. Alright, so we've taken the pass. Now our armor can move over here and overrun and destroy that German armor. Okay. More prisoners. Very good. Prisoners equal points. Alright, so we've got error. Let's go ahead and bomb these guys. Fall back. Alright, so we drove them back. Drove them back. And we can move our armor across here. Win some points by destroying them. And whoa, they get 2 casualties despite not having any supply. Interesting. Alright. We'll block the pass with this armor so they can't just swing in here. I'm assuming that's going to be the result, but we'll find out. You know, all these troops will fall back into supply. And we'll end the turn. Okay, so they did overrun that armored unit. And the rest of their troops are falling back, and that's a victory. So not a pretty one, only a score of 55. But a victory nonetheless in Italy to wrap up the Italian campaign, or at least this portion of the Italian campaign. I don't know if there's anything north of the Gothic line or not. Mussolini's probably dead, though, right? All right, so now if we move back to Europe, we've got Operation Dragoon in southern France, or we've got the advance to Antwerp. Dragoon would be the first chronological one. That'd be the 15th, actually slightly before the last battle we fought on the Gothic line. That'd be the logical one to go with, and I think it's probably also the easiest one. It's the soft underbelly of France, so we will do that. But that one will have to wait until our next video, because this is a good stopping point here. We fought the Battle of the Gothic Lines. We're battling in the northern Italian mountains, and we've won a victory, driving the Germans even closer back to the Austrian and Swiss borders there in northern Italy. With that being said, we'll pick things up next time with the invasion of southern France in our next video. This was taken from a live stream, of course, as I have been doing quite a bit of on my channel of late, and this was part number 12 of our look at Unity of Command 2, a new turn-based World War II strategy game out that I quite enjoy, as I'm sure you can tell from all of these videos and all this attention. But with that being said, we will continue the series in our next video. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer, as always, saying thank you everybody for watching, and until next time, I'm out.